going to share something with you. That might put me in a very negative light, yeah.
Relationships are not my forte.
See if someone grabbed up my wife or something completely different ballgame.
I'll walk away from here, and this has been like a therapy session.
Oscar Bevis, IFL TV, proudly sponsored by Everlast.
Sorry, I'm just losing brain. Start again.
Very demanding, isn't you?
Sorry.
Ebony Bridges joins me with no light.
Where's the glamour light?
It's all right, you look good, don't worry. We always expect something from your weigh-in, and I know we've had previously like the awkward Eddie Hearn clips and whatnot, but you've used this weigh-in to announce your partnership with Onlyfans,
Yes.
so I suppose this is your biggest weigh-in of the lot.
Yeah, definitely. This one was really exciting for me. Obviously, I've been working, behind the scenes on my OnlyFans stuff and on my OnlyFans content, and I just wanted to, the best moment to do that. And I thought, and you know what? I always thought about doing it at a weigh-in, but with Shannon O'Connell calling me a Senki scripper and just hating me so much and just how I do, I thought this is fucking perfect. I'm just gonna put my titties in her face, put my at in my face, her my link together, and just play with it a little bit. But yeah, she's pretty bitter.
Yeah, I was going to say, there's some words said up there. What sort of stuff can you tell us was said?
Yeah, I just said to her, I go, do I look fat? Am I still a fat cunt? And then she goes, you're so scared. I can see it in your eyes. You're so scared. You're shitting yourself. And I'm like, yeah, I'm shaking in my boots. I'm shaking. And she goes, how was your COVID test yesterday? I'm like, COVID test? And she goes, yeah, your COVID test. How was it? I'm like, COVID test. And I'm sitting going, fuck, did everyone have to do a COVID test? Because I didn't do a COVID test. So then I was like, yeah.
It must have been negative if you were standing there, even if you did have one. It's not like it would have been positive if you were standing opposite her.
I know, it was so weird. I was like, was everyone supposed to do a COVID test? Should I be playing along with this? So I was like, yeah, it was great. Anyways, Mark is actually sick. That's why he's not here today. Mark Tibbs is a bit sick. He does have the flu. I feel fucking fantastic. I feel great. But I think she's just trying to maybe say things. I think she's just feeling ahead of a bit of delusions like she has been for 2 years. And just maybe give her a bit of confidence, I suppose. She needs a bit of confidence coming into this fight because she's really teared me down. So, yeah, good luck.
Well, I just spoke to Eddie and he said, I mentioned the weigh-in and the fact you use it to promote your OnlyFans, and he said, good, but he said people need to not forget the sacrifices that you have made away from this. And I know you've done things your own way. You'll say that's something Shannon doesn't like, but the sacrifices you've made away from that has got you to where you are as well. And people do obviously need to remember that.
Yeah, of course I need to remember, but I'm not really, I don't care. Because when I get in the ring, I do the job, don't I? I get in the ring, I'm a champion, and I'm going to do it again on Saturday night. I have done a lot of sacrifices, and I'm sick of trying to prove myself and get respect of people because, the people that know, and they respect me. And I don't need to be out here wasting energy trying to prove myself to people. I do that in the ring, but I do appreciate that from Eddie. It is true. And I do work hard. But yeah, it speaks for it in the ring. I don't need to speak about it outside of the ring. I don't need to be on my Instagram posting up videos all the time trying to prove that I'm in the gym boxing. I don't need to do that because when I'm in the ring, that's when it matters. Until then, I'll make money off my OnlyFans.
Do you know what I was surprised at? The fact that, the Australian boxing circle obviously isn't the biggest, I don't think, and especially from the female sense. The fact that you two have had this back and forth online, and yesterday at the press conference, I found out you'd never actually met each other before.
Yeah, I know. I don't know. We're in different states, to be fair. And I didn't ever want to go to one of her fights. I don't know. Yeah.
There's a lot more than just the world titles on the line here. I spoke to Brian yesterday, and he said, this is personal. I know it's kind of a thing flown about sometimes. Is it personal? But this is actually personal.
Yeah, it's more personal than my other fights, of course. But I'm not emotional. You can see me. I'm not really going into the fight being emotional. I know not to do that. And it's more, I'll get emotional after the fight, and I'll be like, hey, like lem apples, that kind of thing. But until then, I'm just going to go in there and do what I do. I've trained hard. I go in there and fight my fight and do what I'm meant to do as a champ.
Is doing what you do, coming forward, being aggressive, throwing punches. You're never in a dull fight. No. And I think everyone knows when you get in the ring, there's going to be entertainment. Well, there you go.
Never in a dull weighing outfit.
That is true. Is it going to be kind of the Ebony that we know coming forward, aggressive and exciting?
Of course, it's always going to be exciting. But you're going to see a lot more as well because I've been working with Mark Tibbs for a couple more months now with Mark Tibbs. So you'll see more refined. You'll see more things like that. So, yeah, it's going to be exciting no matter what.
So I know for you it is about this fight, and for Shannon Courtney it's about her fight. Yeah. But you know what it's kind of, or what's going to be us afterwards. Yeah. I suppose it's a promoter's dream. You both win, and then it kind of go head to head.
You see my post. I was like, yes, Shani's on my undercard. I think it's great. And I I don't want to admit it, but I mean, I can see she's growing a little bit, and I like the new Shani, you know. But still, I hate her. I still want to punch her head in. I still want to have the rematch. So I do wish her all the best. I hope she wins, and then I hope she gets a fight with one of them other girls like Nina, and she wins, and we can have that unification. Because that is my dream fight for me and the fans and everyone. Do you know what I mean? Yeah.
Well, I spoke to her yesterday, and she said kind of how the tables are turned. She didn't want to give you the rematch, and she goes, "Well, I'm sitting there now, and Ebony's got a belt, and I'm kind of the one pushing for the fight." But
I'm not as bad about it. I'm not like, oh no, because I just know it's a good fight and I like the fight. So, and it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun for me. It's another fun fight. I don't have a very long career, so I want to have good fun fights. And she's one of them.
And just being back in Leeds as well, you got a good reception from these guys here.
Yeah, great.
Shannon got a couple of boos as well,
Yeah.
so I can imagine you like that. And what are you going to expect from the arena? Because if England win and then you and Josh come out, it's going to be absolutely carnage.
Yeah, it's going to be epic. It's going to be absolutely unreal. Can't wait. It's, you know, Leeds is always amazing, so I love fighting here. So I'm looking forward to that.
And one more thing, what can people expect from your OnlyFans? I know Derek Chisora's on there, and he's just putting out training plans. I can imagine yours is perhaps a little bit more than just training.
I mean, you can go on my Instagram and get a sneak peek because I put a little sneak peek video up there. But yeah, it's, you know, it's all training, my day-to-day stuff, and all the stuff that, you know, we can't talk about and I can't show. So go check it out, and you'll find out. Go subscribe, and you'll learn.
One more message to Shannon O'Connell down the lens.
See,
Put you on the spot a bit there.
yeah, I know. Yeah, see, I know. See you Saturday night, bitch.
I'm going to share something with you that might put me in a very negative light, yeah.
Relationships are not my forte.
See if someone grabbed up my wife or something completely different ballgame.
I'll walk away from it, and this has been like a therapy session.